Since we are born, they teach us that we should be kind and put other people's needs ahead of our own. It's noble and genuine principle, but it also has some side effect. On the other hand, does anyone warn us about the fact that being too kind and caring can be dangerous? In fact, we live in a world where we don't always get in return as much effort and care as we give to other people's. Generosity, it's a good value. But you also have to understand that can damage your own person. Outside, it's full of peoples that will take advantage of your kindness without any limit, draining your energy and resources. So if you are a very kind person and find yourself in those words, how to manage that situation? Now we go through 5 key points to recognize who is abusing of your generosity and how to stop to be kind with the wrong persons. Listen carefully what I'm going to tell you, and be sure don't miss any tip. I promise you will feel a way better knowing how to manage with that situation. Put yourself comfy and keep listening my 5 advices. But first, what is kindness? Is kindness always a virtue, or can it become a burden? This question, albeit simple in nature, carries a profound depth of meaning. It serves as an invitation to delve deeper into the complex world of human emotions, social dynamics, and personal boundaries. Kindness, in its purest form, is often regarded as a noble principle. It is a beacon of hope in a harsh world often marred by cruelty and indifference. It's the gentle hand that feeds the hungry, the warm smile that comforts the lonely, the patient ear that listens to those in distress. It is a social elixir, a bridge builder, a peacemaker. However, like all good things, even kindness, when dispensed without due consideration, can become a double-edged sword. Take, for instance, the case of a teacher who, in their kindness, constantly overlooks a student's disruptive behavior. While their intention is to provide the child with a chance to change, this unchecked kindness can lead to an increasingly chaotic classroom where learning becomes difficult. Similarly, a parent's excessive kindness in fulfilling every demand of their child may inadvertently raise a child who feels entitled and lacks resilience. In a world where the scales of give and take are often tipped, where maintaining a balance is a constant struggle, being overly generous can sometimes leave us vulnerable. We live in a society where the concept of giving and taking is fraught with imbalance. The giver often ends up in a cycle of endless giving, while the taker in their complacency becomes a bottomless pit. This constant one-sided giving can leave the giver feeling drained and empty. It becomes essential, therefore, to consider that kindness should not equate with self-deprivation. When we pour all of our energy into others, neglecting our own needs, we risk experiencing compassion fatigue. This state of emotional exhaustion can lead to a lessening of empathy, the very cornerstone of kindness, and hence is counterproductive. Striking a balance in the act of giving and receiving care is thus key. If you've ever felt drained by your own kindness, if you've ever found yourself at the brink of emotional exhaustion, if you've ever questioned the virtue of your own generosity, then this conversation is for you. It's about recognizing the importance of self-care and self-love. Now, let's explore the 5 strategies to manage excessive kindness. These strategies are not about promoting selfishness or eradicating kindness. They are about fostering a healthy relationship with kindness, where we give as much to ourselves as we do to others. They are about empowering us to be kind in a balanced and sustainable way. First off, gaining an understanding of how to detect those who suck your energy dry is a crucial step. Commonly known as energy vampires, these people frequently pop up when they are in desperate need of something. Be it during a crisis or when they think you hold the solution to their problems, they seem to always need your aid in a variety of situations. This could be at work, home, or within your social circles, turning you into their default problem solver, advice giver, and helping hand. Notice how energy vampires might only make their appearance in times of need, when they're in a tight spot, when they wish to revel in the light of your accomplishments. These occurrences can be extremely harmful, fostering dependency and exploitation rather than a balanced relationship. Now let's contemplate more practical instances from your daily life. Are you the one always offering carpool services to a co-worker who never returns the favor? Or do you keep lending things to friends who never give them back or repay the favor? Do you always find yourself being the one making sacrifices in your relationships, giving endlessly without receiving anything in return? It's also possible to spot energy vampires in those who only get in touch when they require support or help. They might be missing in action during your triumphs, but expect you to show up during their failures. These signs all point to people who could be taking advantage of your good nature. It's not about ceasing to lend a helping hand or becoming self-centered, but about striking and making sure your needs are also met. Recognizing that you're on the receiving end of an energy vampire can be quite a revelation. It might be hard to swallow, especially if the energy vampire is a loved one. Nevertheless, it's critically important for your well-being to acknowledge this scenario and deal with it in a positive, constructive way. You might need to set boundaries, express your feelings, or even keep a healthy distance from these people. It's crucial to remember that you also have needs and wants, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with prioritizing yourself at times. Once you've spotted these energy vampires, it's time to learn the ropes on how to handle them effectively. Now that we've identified the energy vampires, it's time to take a more proactive approach. This scene is dedicated to strategies to discourage exploitation and maintain a healthy balance in your relationships. Remember, the first step is always awareness. Once you've identified those who are exploiting your kindness, you need to start making changes. Initial steps can be as simple as making excuses when they ask for your help, like saying you're busy or can't do it anymore. This can be a temporary solution to discourage their behavior. However, it's important to understand that these are merely band-aid solutions. For a more sustainable resolution, you need to face the problem with a clear mind and analyze the situation. If you find that someone is only present in your life to use you, it might be time to cut them off. This is not an easy step to take, especially if the person in question is close to you. But remember, your emotional well-being and self-respect should always be your priority. For instance, if you're always the one driving a co-worker to work and they never return the favor or offer gas money, start by saying you have other obligations and can't drive them anymore. If a friend always borrows your stuff but never returns them, tell them you need the items for yourself. Over time, they will start to understand that they can't always rely on you for their needs. It's also crucial to learn to say no. We often fear that saying no will make us seem unkind or selfish. But it's important to remember that your time and energy are valuable. You have every right to refuse if you feel like someone is taking advantage of you. In the next scene, we'll delve deeper into how to put a stop to exploitation and establish boundaries. But for now, remember, it's okay to prioritize your needs and it's okay to say no. Secondly, we delve into various strategies to prevent exploitation of your generosity. It's crucial to comprehend that it's entirely acceptable to decline. Let's unpack this idea of saying no. Yes, you heard right. Rejecting a request or refusing a favor doesn't make you unkind or devalue you. It reflects a deeper recognition, realizing the importance of your time, energy, and resources. This realization implies that your efforts have weight, a weight that should not be underestimated. To deter people from manipulating you, setting up kind but firm boundaries is vital. These boundaries should not be viewed as walls, but as guidelines to protect your mental and emotional health. For instance, when someone requests your help, analyze the situation. Is this a one-time occurrence or a frequent pattern? If it's the latter, you might want to respond like, I understand your problem, but have you considered any alternative solutions or resources? Another critical step in self-care is direct conversation, carried out with respect. Initiate a discussion regarding how you feel. You might express, I feel drained when I'm repeatedly asked for favors without reciprocation. It might be uncomfortable, yet expressing your feelings and setting boundaries is crucial for maintaining your self-esteem. Moreover, the use of assertive communication can be very beneficial. This could mean defining your needs explicitly, like, I can assist you now, but in the future I'd like you to find other solutions. Or, I'm sorry, but I can't commit to this currently. Bear in mind that this isn't about being aggressive, but being clear and forthright about your boundaries. In essence, this journey is about striving for a significant balance in life. It's about recognizing your entitlement to give, but not to be taken advantage of, to love, protecting your heart, to trust, but not to be gullible, to lend an ear to others, but not to lose your own voice, and to set and follow boundaries throughout this. Remember, upholding self-respect is crucial when handling such sensitive and challenging situations. In conclusion, balance is key. Give, but don't let yourself be used. Love, but don't let your heart be abused. Trust, but don't be naive. Listen to others, but don't lose your own voice. And most importantly, learn to say no when necessary and don't be afraid to set boundaries. Remember, self-respect is crucial when dealing with such situations. Thirdly, let's delve into the implications of your extreme kindness. You perceive it as your greatest virtue, your consistent kindness and benevolence. Yet it could be the factor that devalues your endeavors. By always being there for others, you unwittingly create a complex predicament, often referred to as a catch-22 scenario. For example, imagine yourself as a tutor who's always there to help students. The more you assist, the less valued each donation of your time becomes. It's similar to an all-you-can-eat buffet. When faced with an abundance of food, the individual significance of each dish lessens. Regardless of how tasty or well-prepared they might be, the sheer variety dilutes the appreciation for each one. In the same way, your constant willingness to help can cultivate a risky dependency. People may start relying on you out of habit, not because they genuinely need your help. They consult you, not because they need your assistance, but because they've grown used to your consistent help. A circular pattern forms, an expectation, and this cycle can be daunting. Moreover, your consistent kindness could unintentionally stifle others' progress. Consider a team scenario where one player does all the work. It lightens the load but does it truly improve the team's overall performance? Generally, the answer is no. It could potentially restrict the other player's ability to develop skills. They rely on that one team member, never fully striving to reach their own potential. Applying this to your constant kindness, by always stepping in, you may rob others of the chance to learn and grow. You might unintentionally deny them the opportunity to overcome their own challenges, learn from their own mistakes, and become self-reliant. Essentially, your kindness might unintentionally inhibit their personal development. Kindness should serve to uplift others, provide support and encouragement. Don't be a perpetual crutch. In the end, it all comes down to setting boundaries. Remember, your kindness should empower others, not foster dependence or devalue your efforts. Finally, mastering the art of setting limits judiciously is an essential skill. Understanding the importance of setting strong boundaries for your actions is crucial. Everyone has limited time and energy, so it's vital not to overextend ourselves. This is where strategic allocation becomes important. An effective strategy could be allotting a specific time on a weekly or daily basis, depending on your schedule, for aiding others. Might range from a few hours to a day, depending on your available time and willingness to commit. This plan ensures that you still contribute positively by helping those who need your assistance. Simultaneously, it also makes sure you're saving enough time for personal interests, hobbies, and self-care. Achieving this balance ensures mutual respect and prevents exhaustion. Another strategy to consider is the principle of reciprocity. This concept suggests that your efforts should reflect the efforts others put into you. It's not about scorekeeping, but about understanding the dynamics of your relationships. For example, are you always doing more for others with little reciprocation? If these issues arise, it might be time to reassess these relationships. Time is our most precious and irreplaceable asset. Once spent or given away, it can't be regained. That's why it's essential to use your time wisely and mindfully. Be vigilant about not wasting your valuable time on relationships or endeavors that don't yield some form of return. This return does not have to be materialistic. It could be emotional support, companionship, mutual respect, shared memories, or joy. The key principle here is reciprocity, a relationship that is not transactional but is based on respect and affection. Let these words guide you as you navigate the world and make choices about where and how to invest your time and energy. Remember these tips and you'll find a healthy balance between benevolence and self-respect. In conclusion, it's essential to recognize the importance of kindness, but also the potential pitfalls of excessive generosity. We've discussed identifying energy vampires, strategies to discourage exploitation, understanding the impact of excessive kindness, and how to establish boundaries wisely. Now it's time to put these strategies into action. Apply these principles in your daily life and observe the changes. Remember, it's not about being selfish, it's about self-preservation and maintaining healthy relationships. As you begin to apply these principles, you might notice a significant improvement in your relationships and your overall well-being. Don't be discouraged if the journey seems tough initially. Change is always a process, not an event. It's okay to make mistakes and learn from them, as long as you're committed to your personal growth. Remember, your energy and time are precious commodities, and it's important to invest them wisely. We hope this video has provided some valuable insights and given you some practical strategies to consider. Thank you for investing your time with us. Thanks for watching the video. We'd love to hear about your experiences and advice in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our next video.